Kondosan.
Once upon a time, the wicked wolf was wandering in the forest. Then he ran into the elephant.
Yikes! Mummy!
The elephant got so scared that he jumped very high.
Ha ha ha! I'm a scary wolf, aren't I?
Oh, it's just you. I thought you were a grumpy monster.
The wolf was puzzled.
What grumpy monster? What do you mean?
It's a hideous, frightening creature. Dreamer Goat told us about it. Just thinking about it gives me goosebumps.
If the chicken saw this scary monster, I could steal all the eggs.
The wolf rushed to the farm and ran into Dreamer Goat, who was looking up at the clouds.
Look! That cloud looks just like you!
Forget about the clouds. Could you make me look like a grumpy monster?
What for?
The wolf didn't tell the goat about his plan, of course.
I thought we could play pretend.
Dreamer Goat got up and cut palm branches. He then wove them together and sharpened them like mouse ears. He used hay to make it look like fur and a rope to make the tail. He then got a paper cone to make the nose.
And here you have it, the grumpy monster.
I look scary, don't I?
Let's play!
Why would I play with you, silly goat? Instead, I will scare the chickens and steal their eggs.
You tricked me! That's not fair!
Of course it is. It was very easy.
Dreamer Goat took a good look at the wolf and realized that he didn't look scary at all. On the contrary, he looked funny.
Okay, go and find the chickens then.
The wolf started roaring. And when he found the chickens,
What's so funny? Why are you laughing? Am I not scary?
Oh, but we are scared. We're terrified. Look at how we're trembling.
The wolf started to run away, and Dreamer Goat went back to daydreaming, watching the clouds.
Once upon a time, in a faraway kingdom, there lived a beautiful queen and a handsome king. The queen was not only beautiful, but she was kind and generous. Her people loved her dearly. She always helped people and wanted her country to always be in abundance. The queen always longed to have a daughter. One day, as she sat embroidering by the window, she daydreamed of her future daughter. In a daze, she accidentally pricked her finger with her embroidery needle. The blood from her finger dripped onto the white fabric she was embroidering. At that very moment, a shooting star crossed the sky. The queen made a wish.
Dear God, please send me a daughter. Let her be so beautiful that everyone admires her. Let her have pink cheeks, black hair like mine, her lips as red as this drop of blood, her eyes as bright as diamonds, and her skin as white as this very cloth. She should always smell like the flowers in my garden. Let her teeth be as white as the pearls on my neck.
A short time after that, her wish came true, and she shared the good news with the king and announced that they were expecting a baby.
My queen, wish what you will from me. I'll get you the most wonderful gift.
My health is not as good as it used to be. What I ask of you is to protect our child from all evil. Please promise me that you'll protect her. There's nothing more I wish for.
When the time came, the queen gave birth to a very beautiful girl. Just as she had wished for, her daughter had black hair, red lips, bright eyes, skin as white as snow, and smelled like flowers. They named her Snow White because of the whiteness of her skin. Soon after, the queen's health deteriorated and she passed away. The young king was very sad. While he mourned his beloved wife, he also tried to raise Snow White as best he could. When Snow White turned 5, a big ball was organized at the palace. The king was celebrating his daughter's birthday and also choosing a new queen. At the ball, there was a beautiful woman who had magical powers. She used these powers to dance with the king and cast a spell on him and married the king and became the queen. Snow White's stepmother was a very beautiful woman, but she was also vain, cruel, and evil. From the day she arrived at the palace, she despised Snow White. She saw her as her rival. The queen also had a magic mirror. She always consulted the mirror about the future and would ask,
"Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all?"
My dear queen, it's you. You're the most beautiful woman in the world.
And so, time passed by. Snow White became a very beautiful young girl. Those who saw her could not look away. As she strolled in the palace gardens, the wind that brushed her hair would spread her flowery scent. Birds and butterflies would always follow her around. And her voice was so heavenly that when she sang, birds in the gardens would go silent and listen to her. One day, the queen asked her mirror,
Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all?
My queen, you are very beautiful, but the most beautiful girl is Snow White.
The jealous and cruel queen got so angry that she held the bottle in her hand at the magical mirror.
How is that possible? No one's more beautiful than me. Summon the princess at once.
Meanwhile, she had locked up the king in the palace dungeon and told everyone that he was away working for his people. She also summoned the palace hunter and gave him strict orders.
I want you to kill Snow White and bring her heart to me as proof.
Snow White, who had no idea of her fate, came to see the evil queen.
Dear Snow White, you haven't been out for days. You must be bored inside the castle. I'd like you to bring me some strawberries from the forest. This way you'll be able to get some fresh air. You'll have a good time, don't worry. I'll send you my trustworthy hunter with you.
As the princess picked strawberries with the hunter, they got deep into the forest. The poor hunter was very sad.
How can I harm someone with such a good heart and such beauty? There must be another way.
The hunter couldn't bring himself to kill her. They sat under a tree and he told her about the queen's evil plan.
My princess, please go far away. If the queen finds out what I've done, she will kill both of us.
He immediately hunted an animal and brought its heart to the queen. The princess spent the night under that tree. She was so scared. At dawn, she went on her journey. After a long walk, she reached a small house and went inside. She looked around in amazement.
What is this place? Everything is so small and there's 7 of everything. 7 small chairs, 7 pairs of forks and spoons.
Since she was so hungry, she made soup with the ingredients she found in the house. She ate and went upstairs. And then she fell asleep in one of the small beds. At night, the house owners returning from the mine were actually the 7 dwarves. Their names were Doc, Dopey, Happy, Grumpy, Sneezy, Bashful, and Sleepy.
Hey, what's this? It smells like delicious soup.
No! It's like someone entered the house.
Come! Look! There's a girl sleeping here!
The commotion woke up Snow White. She was scared when she first saw them. She then told them everything that happened to her.
My name is Snow White. I don't mean any harm. I don't have a place to go. That's why I took shelter here. Please, let me stay.
Of course, Princess. We are not going to let you stay alone in the forest. Don't worry.
You are our first guest who makes such delicious soup.
Time passed by. Days and weeks. Snow White and the 7 dwarves were laughing, having fun together, and living a peaceful life. Meanwhile, the evil queen, not knowing that Snow White was still alive, asked the mirror again.
Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all?
My queen, you're beautiful, but Snow White, who lives with the 7 dwarfs, is more beautiful.
Ah! How's this possible? The hunter must have lied to me. First, I will get rid of Snow White, and then I will teach the hunter a lesson.
She immediately worked on an evil plan. She poisoned an apple and disguised herself as an old woman to trick Snow White.
Hello? Anybody home? I'm so hungry and I ran out of food.
The 7 dwarfs had warned Snow White to not open the door to anyone. But Snow White felt sorry for the old woman that came to her door, and so let her in without a doubt.
Please come in. Welcome. Thanks, my child. I got so tired and hungry in the forest. Do you have something to eat? Yes, of course. I have some soup.
After finishing her soup, the evil queen disguised as the old woman offered the poisoned apple to Snow White. The princess took a bite and fell on the floor, falling asleep. The old woman turned back into the evil queen and happily went back to her palace. When the 7 dwarfs who came back from the mine in the evening saw her laying on the floor, they thought that she had died and so were very sad.
We should make her eternal sleep comfortable. Let's make a nice bed for her.
A handsome prince who was walking through the forest heard the 7 dwarfs crying. He got curious and approached them.
Oh my, what's going on here?
He was very surprised when he looked to see who was laying in the crystal bed surrounded by flowers. She was the girl who had been in his dreams for days. The smell of her hair was still all over the forest.
Who is this beautiful girl?
Her name is Snow White. We haven't been able to wake her up.
They told the prince everything that had happened. The prince lifted the crystal cover to give a farewell kiss to the girl of his dreams. He kissed her on the cheek. At that moment, something unexpected happened. The spell broke and a miracle occurred. Snow White opened her eyes and got up in bed. The 7 dwarves and the prince were very happy.
You are the girl of my dreams, Snow White. This is the best day of my life. Will you marry me?
First, I need to find my father and tell him about everything that happened, and also get his blessing.
They went back to the palace and got the king out of the dungeon. The evil queen fled in fear. The prince and Snow White got married and lived happily ever after.
Once upon a time, in a faraway land, lived a boy named Aladdin. His father passed away when he was very young, so he was in charge now of supporting his mother. He would help people in the market and try to earn some money to bring food home, because they were very poor. But Aladdin was kind-hearted, so everyone loved him very much. One day, on his way to the market, a well-dressed, evil-eyed man approached him.
Hello, young man. I need to ask you for a favor. I dropped my ring into a small crevice just ahead. I can't get in. Can you go in and get it for me?
Together, they walked toward the crevice where the man had pointed out. The hole was just big enough for Aladdin to enter. He barely went through the hole. Inside, there was a small gas lamp which lit a cave. It was full of gold, money, and jewels. The man called out from above,
If you found my ring, you'll also see an old lamp there next to it. I want you to bring me both of them.
Aladdin was shocked at the sight in the cave, so he got very suspicious that the man only wanted an old lamp and a ring, while the place was filled with money and jewellery.
This doesn't make any sense, but... Okay, I'm coming out.
When he came to the top of the hole, the evil-eyed man yelled at him,
Hurry, give me the lamp!
No, I need to get out first.
If you don't do as I say, I'll leave you in there. Give me the lamp!
I said no. Let me get out first.
The man got very angry and trapped Aladdin there. Aladdin didn't know what to do in the dark, so he took the lamp and put the ring on his finger. At that moment, green smoke came out and a genie appeared before him. Frightened, Aladdin hid right away.
Don't be afraid, Aladdin. I will do you a favor. I will grant you whatever you want. But you only have 3 wishes.
Please take me home.
This was Aladdin's first wish. Suddenly, he found himself in his room. At that time, his mother, who was also in the room, asked, "Ooh, when did you come in?" Aladdin told his mother everything that had happened to him.
I didn't have anything to eat today because of everything that happened. Do we have anything to eat, Mother?
I'm sorry, son, but we have nothing to eat since you didn't bring any money today. Desperately sitting in a corner, Aladdin wanted to spend time cleaning the lamp, which was very dirty. He took the lamp in his hands, and as he was rubbing it, all of a sudden the lamp genie came out of the lamp.
Say what you wish of me.
Oh my goodness, who are you?
I'm the lamp genie. You saved me from that sorcerer. So now your wish is my command. Say what you wish of me.
My mother and I are starving. We want a table full of food. Can you do this?
Suddenly, a table full of different kinds of food appeared. Aladdin and his mother ate until they were completely satisfied. From that day on, thanks to the magic lamp, a very rich and happy life awaited them. And that's what really happened. Years passed by and Aladdin became a young man. He was at the marrying age.
Mother, I would like to get married.
My dear son, I'm so happy. You'll have the most beautiful girl in the country, and I know just who that is. The Sultan has a beautiful daughter. Her name is Jasmine. What do you say? Aladdin immediately appeared before the Sultan with a small chest full of jewels and told him of his intention.
Dear Sultan, with your permission, I would like to marry your daughter.
It's not that easy. Will you be able to grant my requests?
Whatever you ask, dear Sultan.
Then listen to me well. You will bring 100 soldiers. These soldiers will protect my palace, but all of them should have solid gold hearts in their hands.
Your wish is my command, dear Sultan.
Aladdin went back home and took care of this with the help of the lamp genie. The next day, the Sultan saw in his garden 100 soldiers carrying solid gold hearts in their hands.
Well, since you managed this, I would also like you to build a magnificent palace for my daughter. Only then I will agree that you marry.
Aladdin immediately called the lamp genie. He gladly did whatever Aladdin asked for because he owed his freedom to him.
Say what you wish of me.
I want a magnificent palace for the Sultan's daughter.
The lamp genie clapped his hands twice and a big palace appeared next to their house. Since all of the Sultan's requests had been granted, he approved the marriage. They had a wedding ceremony that lasted 40 days and 40 nights. They soon moved into their palace, and one day, a salesman was passing in front of the palace.
Old lamps! Old lamps! I buy and sell!
I can sell this old lamp to the salesman and get a new one. I think Aladdin will be very happy. The salesman, in fact, was the sorcerer Aladdin met when he was a child. He took the old lamp and gave a new one to Jasmine. The magic lamp was now his. In the evening when Aladdin returned home, he noticed that the palace was gone. He immediately figured out what had happened. He put on the magic ring and called the giant.
Say what you wish of me, but you only have 2 wishes left.
Take me to Jasmine. Hurry up!
All of a sudden, he was in the palace. When he went upstairs and peeked into the open door, he saw Jasmine serving the sorcerer and preparing the table. Aladdin got upset and waited for Jasmine to come to the kitchen. When she entered the kitchen and saw Aladdin, she was surprised. Aladdin, what's going on?
Shh! Be quiet and wait. I will save you.
Aladdin put the ring on his finger right away, and the giant appeared before him.
You only have 1 wish left.
Yes, I know. This is my last wish from you. Freeze the sorcerer and turn him into a sculpture.
All right, here you go.
Suddenly, the sorcerer froze and turned into a sculpture. Aladdin had his lamp once again, so he called the lamp genie.
Say what you wish of me, but don't ever lose me again.
Take us and our palace to our old place. Also send this evil man to a deserted island where he can't hurt anyone.
The lamp genie clapped twice and the palace appeared next to their old house. Their mother was also with them. They told Jasmine everything. After that, Jasmine, Aladdin, and his mother lived a very rich and happy life together.